In business, you get difficult customers,
yes.
difficult clients, but have you managed to win them over? I'm sure you have yet.
I have. When I first started, I had customers that used to come at me every day. And it came to a point where they said, no, they're leaving. So I said, okay, you know what? It's fine, but that door will always be open for you.
Okay.
The next day he was back here.
Okay.
So it's happened a few times. Now I have my regulars. The difficult customers are now my friends. They want to sit and have a meal with me or have a cool drink with me.
And
so we've built that
plus.
relationship.
Yeah, I think it's a huge plus. Welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat, and we're in the pound seat today, never mind in the box seat. We're in these comfortable, cozy, soft leather chairs, and we're in the finishing post track and ball outlet next door to Hollywood Bets Gravel. And let me introduce, and he's going to have to wait because it's ladies first, as it always is. On my far left is Olivia, who is the general manager of the finishing post. How are you, Olivia?
I'm good, thanks, Warren.
Can you take a deep breath for us?
Why?
Because it's no need to be nervous. Relax and enjoy yourself. We're here to have fun, and we're here to find out about you and the podcast is here to find out about this lovely venue. But are you well?
I'm well.
Grumps?
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm so glad you came down for a very important meeting that we've just had, because we need to get things together now.
Should have stayed behind the post and gone to sleep.
Comfortable?
Very.
Okay. Now, it's often you would have heard on Gallup TV me talking about the finishing post, and the name of the restaurant is?
Vibes Lounge and Restaurant.
Vibes Restaurant. Okay, so you would have heard me talking about the finishing post, track and ball, and Vibes, this outlet that we're here today recording our podcast. So, but before we talk about that, I want to find out a little bit more about Olivia, and we need to find out about, tell us what you do. Never mind at the finishing post. Before that, you still are at Gold Circle, but tell us how you found out about racing. What was your first job? How many years you've been in the industry? Give us a bit of a background.
Okay, now I'm going to give my age away, Warren, but
we all know you're 31, so it's fine.
31. I started at Gold Circle 20 years ago as a betting operator, and from there I moved to commercial, and then I went to NRB.
To publishing.
NRB, HR,
Oh, you mean what?
then publishing,
Okay.
and then marketing, and now I find myself here at Track and Ball.
Okay. So you've certainly had experience in the racing industry.
I have.
You must have built up a lot of relationships as well in that time.
I have, definitely.
Ollie used to work for me.
Yes, there's boss here. I
Best
still call him
you
boss.
ever had.
Do you agree with him? Best boss you've ever had?
Who's going to listen to this?
Don't put the lady under pressure, boss. Don't put the lady under pressure.
No, but in actual fact, I was like his boss.
Okay,
So,
yeah. Remember, we worked up in that publishing department. We were a lot of males, and she was the only lady. She was like our sister.
Yes.
She looked after us. She made us our tea, and she certainly worked with us and made sure we were always on time for our appointments. She was different class. You were a different class, Ollie.
Thank you, Warren. Thank you.
Now, you're now at Track and Ball, the finishing post here at Hollywood Bets Gravel, which is about 50 meters past the finishing post, and it's a lovely venue because the chute goes alongside your facility here.
Yes.
What is your responsibility here at the finishing post? What do you do here?
So basically, I manage the entire outlet, from the customers to the staff. Make sure everything runs accordingly. So there's when you manage a branch, you're in charge of maintenance of the branch, customer complaints, everything. So it's quite different.
Finances, everything.
So it's everything. So it's quite different to what I was used to. But I must say I'm enjoying it. I'm hands-on in everything. So I'm getting experience in every avenue of the branch.
Okay.
No, well, I gave her a good experience.
You did. You told her what to do. She was always a good organizer, Olivia, and she can get things done. And she gets things done quickly. Now, recently the finishing post and this venue went over a bit of a overhaul, painting, decor change, etc.
Yes.
Has it had a positive effect?
It has, definitely has. I look at this more like it's the hidden gem. So now we're trying to get it out there because we've changed many things. We've listened to customers and we've tried to, whatever they've asked for, we tried to put it into action. So we are getting busier. Things are changing. We're also starting in conjunction with Vibes. We are starting now events. So on a Friday night we have karaoke.
Okay.
On a Saturday we have live music. You must have noticed we do prawn festivals. The food is.
How's that been going? The karaoke nights and the live bands.
It's been going well.
Has it been going well?
So on the 29th, I must say before I forget, we have two Unique coming over. So they have a great following. We had them in at the beginning of the month, and the space was full. So apart from the entertainment, we still have the betting that's available till 9 o'clock. So you can have a bet on the tote, you can have a bet at the bookies. We've got casino games. So it's like a full night, basically.
So it's a full night entertainment.
Full night. Bar, kitchen.
It's
Why?
like a casino.
No, definitely.
Wow,
That's what
absolutely.
we're trying to create here. So
Why do you think now? I mean, we're recording. I know the answer, and if you don't maybe get the answer correct, I'll help you. But why on a Thursday afternoon at 10 to 1 is it fairly quiet?
I guess it's the working people.
Okay, so
You know?
I was going to say because you can't
People
expect.
have jobs.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I wanted you to answer it because you obviously, Andrew, can't expect to walk into a betting outlet. Not everyone's retired and not everyone's on leave. So you may walk into an outlet at 1:45 on a Thursday afternoon and say, well, gosh, it's a little quiet, you know, but walk it on a Friday night, you'll see a whole different
Yes,
kettle of fish.
definitely.
It's obviously quiet because it's a working day.
Yeah, I know, but it's also one of these venues where if you come with your mates and you can sit down and have a beer and a punt and chat instead of sitting there on your telephone having a better work.
Correct,
Yeah. Yeah.
correct. Okay, so you are, the point I'm making is that you are, obviously it could always be better, but you are happy with the progression of getting feet in the door with
100%.
space to move.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, now, the food outlet, which I don't know if I told you,
I can smell prawns.
there well, you can smell prawns, and Andrew, we've been treated to a lovely lunch. I think that means we don't have to pay. Don't say anything. I don't know. But nevertheless, let's talk about if you've got money, if you have to pay, you've got plenty.
No.
No, we'll go hungry if we want to
It's
rely on
okay.
you.
There's the owner's paying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Vibes. Vibes is
Yes.
the name. A beautiful name, and about the people that work in the kitchen. Tell us about it.
They're a lovely family. So it's a family-based business. So it's the mom and dad and the two sons that run it.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have a good relationship. We've become like family now. So we work together to get this place going. And so far, it's been really good.
Oh, so you run the betting and the gambling side of
Yes.
it, and they run the food side.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do they know anything about racing or gambling?
Oh, yes.
They do.
Yes.
So
They
they're
big
in an
racing
environment.
people, yeah.
Okay.
Tell me what happens when the punter loses and starts throwing their stuff around like Warren.
You must know I've got experience with Warren. That's now prepared me to work here. So I've got it.
You naughty, huh?
Oh, well, the last time you threw your coffee cups through the windows, right?
Well, Andrew, you know.
I've seen a bin fly. I mean,
It's when you stand in line to win some nice money and you get beaten a short-hit second, what are you going to do? You can't laugh and open a bottle of champagne. Something must
I'll
go.
just tell you a story. A mate of mine, he took it all on. 5 horses. The first 4 arrived. The last one got beat, short head. He had 260,000 to 10 rand.
Well, I hope he broke something.
I would have committed suicide.
Yeah, well, you see. So let me rather just throw a cup through the window or something than doing those funny things.
sure.
Ollie, so yeah, that's a good question Andrew asked with regards to the punters, because we're all different, we all deal with things differently, etc. But do you, I mean, I suppose you would, in business you get difficult customers,
Oh, yes.
difficult clients, but have you managed to win them over? I'm sure you have yet.
I have. When I first started, I had customers that used to come at me every day. And it came to a point where they said, "When are you leaving?" So I said, "Okay, you know what? It's fine, but that door will always be open for you."
Okay.
The next day he was back here. So it's happened a few times. Now I have my regulars. The difficult customers are now my friends. They want to sit and have a meal with me or have a cool drink with me. So we've built that relationship.
Yeah, I think it's a huge plus, Andrew, because life is too short to be aggressive and life is too short to be unhappy, and if there's an issue, we've also got to remember one another with each other, respect. if there's an issue, you know, you can be grumpy, but say things with respect, and it's customer service. They're paying for their bet, they're paying for their food, they're paying for their drink or their cup of tea, and they're entitled to expect something back.
Yeah.
But everyone's got to be on the same sort of respect level. I'm not one for. I've been in the hospitality industry for 12 years. And I've in actual fact evicted somebody from one of the hotels that I've worked at because he got up in the restaurant and started verbally abusing everybody. Unacceptable behaviour.
Yeah.
You know, unacceptable behaviour. So, what is it, do you think, besides your efficient staff and the good food? You say that the punters and the regulars keep coming back. Do you feel it's just because they're in a comfortable, warm environment?
Yes, I think it's comfortable. It's they relaxed you. It's not, if you go into other branches, it's crowded, it's not airy. I think the space here is a plus.
Okay. Because of course there's re-recording upstairs, there's upstairs.
Yes,
Do you
there's
have a
outside.
smoking area?
I do. Down
Okay,
there.
so there's
Yeah.
so there's an outside area, smoking area, upstairs privately, and then downstairs the main arena.
And also what's nice is your punters can stand at the fence there and flick the jockeys when they come past them.
Well, not anymore.
So that's a good point, because often when we see on Gallup TV when they're showing the horses come down the chute, the punters seem to enjoy going to the
No, they
fence
do.
and talking to the
You must know,
jockeys.
for these guys, the jockeys are celebrities.
Yes, of course.
So they look at them like that.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. And I think it's important. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because Olivia's quite right. Jockeys and trainers, but especially the jockeys, the punters and the public look up to them as celebrities.
Yeah.
So they need, I'm not saying that they don't, but they need to understand that. And sometimes when
A
you just
simple
got beaten
nod,
on a horse,
a simple nod, or how's it?
absolutely, and understand that when they just got beaten and they're angry and all the rest of it. But these guys and girls are there. They're looking at these jockeys and idolizing
Yes.
them as their sporting heroes. We've got to be mindful of that.
You know, they're good friends going out and bad friends coming back.
Well, that's where it's not the jockey's fault. That's
Yeah.
where it's the member of the public's fault. You know,
Yeah.
you can't go on the beginning of the race and be all friendly and nice, and if your jockey that you've chosen to back gets
I'm
beat.
just joking.
No, I know, but I mean, you know, they must.
But it's a reality. It
it's a
happens.
reality. It happens.
Yeah.
They must understand that it's a game. You know, you can't be nice to the guy or girl on the way out and then flip them on the way in. It doesn't work like that. But be that as it may, it's a wonderful facility. Safety-wise, have you got, are there guards on course on site? How does your
Yes,
security?
so we have outdoor security. When we have our events, we have extra guards that's provided by Ensure. And then we also got perimeter cameras now.
Okay.
I've got cameras that watch all the cars,
Okay.
and we have turnstiles. So not just anyone can walk in. It's
Okay, so starting from, so you go, is the roadside only the parking available, or is there, could you
no. We also provide parking at Greybull Racecourse. So you
Okay.
come in through gate 8, you park on that side, and we got a gate on this side that allows you in.
Okay,
So
okay, so
So safe parking, that's
safe
what's
parking,
the main
which
thing.
is,
Yeah.
absolutely. But even now, if you decide to park on Mitchell Crescent, is
Mitchell
it? Mitchell Crescent, your car's monitored with a camera.
yes.
And you've got to go through your turnstile, then you get greeted by the guard, and then you come through.
Yes.
So, okay. We all know that in today's times, nothing is...
You can't guarantee, yeah.
it, and nothing's 100% robber-proof, but you can certainly do your
No,
best.
but it's definitely a thing. Most people don't know that you can come through gate 8.
Yeah, so we've now started to tell our customers, if you feel better, park at gate 8.
Park, yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely a better parking.
Yeah.
Ollie, how do you do your marketing? I mean, Instagram, social media, Facebook, etc. Are you along with Track and Ball, or have you got your own sort of platform?
Okay, currently it's with just Track and Ball on the Track and Ball page, but we have been discussing opening a finishing post page as well.
I'm certainly not telling you what to do, but it's a suggestion. We've worked together for many, many years.
Yeah.
Just from judging what the world is going, you know, Facebook and those sort of pages, I believe that although it's a Track and Ball banner, you know, it would be an outlet that could maybe have their own page.
Yes.
You're obviously always affiliated to Track and Ball,
Yeah.
because that for me is the quickest and easiest way of marketing. You're running a special, bang, it goes onto Facebook.
Sure.
It's on everybody's phone. It's, you know, you don't have to post it. I mean, in a sense, as leaflets. You don't have to post them. You don't have to go and deliver them. It's on everyone's cell phone worldwide. So, yeah, that would be a good
Yeah.
idea. But
Yeah.
you
We are working on that.
But you do advertising
Yes, we do.
anyway. You do.
We do.
Okay. And of course, it's lucky that you've got a very good friend that works at Gallup TV that constantly advertises
I am
your
so
facilities.
grateful. I am so grateful.
Oh, well, that's why you're getting an enjoyable lunch today. It's on me, because Ollie said, come on, we colleagues, come and enjoy a podcast and come and enjoy a meal with us.
So who's on Gallup TV? Deez.
You know, you're going to get fired very soon. You're going to get fired very soon. But Deez is also on Gallup TV. But look at the blushing. He blushes, eh?
Too much.
She blushes,
Too
this
much.
old man. Okay, and how do you operate in the sense that you don't work 7 days a week, or do you?
Not
How
if
do
I
you get
don't
a day
need to.
off?
No, I do. Today's my day off, Warren, but I'm here. So I work 5 days a week, sometimes 6, depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's second? So if you come to this venue and there's an issue, you want to find Olivia, but she's not here, she's having a restful day, who do you call for?
You look for Savvy.
Pardon?
Savvy.
Savvy.
She's my supervisor that works in my
Okay,
place, yes.
fantastic. And you and Savvy have a good working relationship, obviously?
Yes, I know her also for 20 years. We work together at Gold Circle.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
Your tote operators and your your bookmaking betting staff, they go through extensive training. Do you do that, or is that done privately?
When I came in here, they were already trained. So we haven't done any training yet. And we normally just hire people with experience.
Okay.
Yeah, but we do on-the-job training. So if they
Sure.
start it's like a week, you train and then you work on the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting to find out, Andrew, because it really is a fantastic venue. That's what I wanted to ask you. On race days, you open. I mean, if we're racing at Hollywood Bets Gravel, you're open.
Yes, I'm open every day.
Every single
day.
Okay, so because I know that the Gravel tote, just the tote facility, I think they also might open on a race day as well, because they didn't used to.
Yeah.
I think they used to close on race day. But so this finishing post is open 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Except for Christmas Day, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also important to have good tote operators, because there's nothing more frustrating for a punter when the operator doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Now that is it. I'm glad you brought.
deaf buggers like me.
Sorry? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because we know that the onus is on the punter to check his ticket, and we understand that. But some punters may want to have a bet at the last minute, so they're in the queue and they need to get their bet on quickly. So you need the operator to be efficient,
Yes.
and not fumbling, etc. So that is an important thing. But the policy always is the punter must check their ticket.
Yes.
But yeah,
The clerk tries their best to be accurate as well.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't understand different accents,
yes.
the way people speak.
Correct.
You know, so
Yeah.
errors do happen, but we try and rectify them.
Sure,
so.
sure. I mean, but there isn't really. I mean, if there's a wrong ticket, there's a wrong ticket. There's nothing you
There's
can
nothing
really
you can
do.
do about it, no.
Nothing you can do. It is a
So
tough one.
You have to really check your ticket.
Yeah, it is a tough one. And in your personal experience, because of course you get the betmark card that gets filled, would you advise the punters, I mean, because some like to dictate their bets, some like to do cards, which in your opinion is the safest way?
I think I would encourage my customers to use the card,
Okay.
because they're filling it out.
Filling
And
it
sometimes you
out,
come
yeah.
with like a whole lot of selections, and then you got another customer behind you with just one win.
Yes.
So that takes time.
Takes time, yeah.
So it's faster to just use the card.
Use the card. And I suppose also it would help with, because as Olivia says, you're filling out your betmark card yourself. So
So it goes to
really,
the
you don't
machine.
even, if you don't want to check the card, it's up to you. You've written your card out, you're giving it to the operator. If there's a mistake, the mistake's that you filled
It's
out
on
the
you.
card incorrectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie, fantastic. And what other specials can we look forward to? Because our podcast this week was all about the finishing post, and to find out about you, and just to get Andrew here and to come and enjoy this beautiful venue. So we're not going to go on for too long. But two things is future events, or I mean, do you just sort of go week by week, or do you plan a bit ahead? What can the punters look forward to?
Normally we just go week by week,
Okay.
but now we're starting to plan ahead. So for the whole month of April, it was planned ahead of what's happening on a Friday and a Saturday. And then with champion season around the corner, things will change, obviously.
So how do you get in here on July Day?
You buy a ticket.
Does
Okay,
it,
it's still in discussions, because last year we sold tickets and I was full here. But this year we're also still deciding, but I'm sure it will be tickets as well, but we might have like different levels of tickets. So one will include like meals and drinks, and one will just be normal.
are you of the opinion that it has to be a ticket system because it will just get too full?
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
Yes, I'd rather have a controlled crowd in here.
I agree with Olivia. I'm just using a number. So you can have 150 people, 150 tickets, so that those that have bought tickets are not like sardines in a can
Yes.
when they get here.
And they're comfortable.
And first come, first serve.
Yeah. And it worked last year. It worked really well.
Pardon?
It worked last year.
Yes, worked last year. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think that's the way to go. But well, that's what I wanted to ask you is what was, what your events to come. So you have got this month, everything's planned. We need to watch social media
Yes.
to see and listen to Gallup TV and let
Listen to
everyone tell
Gallup
you what's
TV,
happening
listen
at
to
Vibes
Warren.
and
Yes.
what's happening to Vibes at the finishing post. Okay, and then the other thing was champion season, which you've alluded to. It's always a great time in our province, isn't
exciting.
it? And the July, so there will be a function here, which is fantastic. The Gold Cup, or is it all just a normal?
No, the Gold Cup was just normal. Yeah.
Ollie, not much else we can add. It was just so great to find out about this venue, and thanks to you for your passion and your hard work. And I know that when there's an issue, you're the first one that we call. He seems to have an issue. Speak up, you're through.
What's on the menu?
Today, whatever you want.
Hello.
Well, there's prawns,
Good question.
calamari.
In general, what's on the menu?
Well, we have a standard menu, and then we have specials, daily specials. So you're going to get everything from sandwiches to grills to burgers to curries, platters, daily. So if you request, like today you're going to have prawn and calamari with lionfish. So, look at those eyes.
And
Let's finish up quickly.
And a fully licensed pub, obviously.
Yes,
You have
yes.
a full license. So whether you take alcohol or you don't take alcohol, all welcome.
All right.
Okay, fantastic. Good. I think, as I said, it's it wasn't intended to be a long podcast today. It was intended to come and see this beautiful venue, which is the Finishing Post Track and Ball. Talk to Olivia, who is the general manager and is a good friend and colleague of ours, and just to expose this venue to you and the wonderful food and the wonderful service and the wonderful venue. The racecourse is right here. And that was the goal of today. And of course to thank our sponsors, which is Score 6 and Score 10 and Tab Gold and Gold Circle for all the hard work that they do and for supporting us in such a fantastic way. Any other news at the top of your head before we wrap?
No, well, you going to the sales?
There are, of course, coming up next week.
Found out by mistake. Yeah.
Found out by mistake. We are going to be going to the Bloodstock South Africa National Yearling Sales next week. So I'll be away for one entire week in Johannesburg. I'll think
week?
of a week.
whole
I'll
week.
think of you. So I don't know who's going to do our podcast next Thursday. It'll have to be you and Raheel, or you and I don't know, or just maybe they should tell us in the comments page whether they want a podcast rest for 1 week, or you'd like it to be Andrew and the guest by himself.
Maybe we can pay someone.
Oh, you'll get lots of comments. So I'll come back. I'll do it on Thursday if you're going to pay someone. But that's just jokes
She's
aside.
got to be better looking than you.
But just the sales really, and of course big racing in Johannesburg on Saturday. All the feature races on Saturday. We've also got feature races at Hollywood Bets Scottsville on Sunday. That day is proudly backed and supported by World Sports Betting. We'll have some of their management at the races to entertain, so we really look forward to that as well. But not much more, not much more that we can add. We'll be back at Summerfeld next week or the week after when I'm back. Ollie, thank you, as I said, and to you and your family all the very best.
Thank you,
And
Warren.
let's just hope that this outlet goes from strength to strength, because it's well covered. If you're a smoker, you're accommodated for. If you're a non-drinker, you're accommodated for. If you like to sit outside, you're accommodated for. And there's a delicious menu and great service, so there's no reason really not to come here.
That's true.
Yeah, thank
Do
you.
you still smoke?
I gave up.
Oh, good.
Do you vape?
Who's going to watch this?
Maybe her new boyfriend doesn't know or something.
I don't have one.
Don't have a boyfriend. Okay, because okay. We won't get too personal. But so you gave up smoking now. That's
Yep.
a good idea. Okay.
7 months now.
7 months.
Who knew?
Who knew? Goodness, I'm shocked because Olivia enjoyed her cigarettes. But so, smoker or non-smoker, you can be entertained here at the Finishing Post. All right, that's a wrap from us then. From Tawanda, Apiwe, and the whole team behind the scenes. Not your average full 1 hour podcast, but as I said, a most enjoyable time in this venue with Olivia. Finishing Post at Hollywood Bets Gravel, which if you want to get into the access through the front door and not the side door, you want to go into the side door, you go through gate 8. If you want to go into the front door, you get into, I think it's number 15 or
Gate
number 14.
13.
How much?
13.
13, close enough. 13 Mitchell Crescent. You can't miss it. The signage is all there.
Gate 8
For all to
is Gate
see.
8 Gravel.
Gate 8 is Gravel, yes.
Gravel race.
So it's gate 13, 15 Mitchell Crescent.
Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's start again. Mitchell Crescent is gate number?
13.
Gate number 13 at what number Mitchell
15
Crescent?
Mitchell
So
Crescent.
gate 13 at 15 Mitchell Crescent. Just drive along Mitchell Crescent. It's not the longest road you've ever seen, and on your left or right you'll see a massive sign, the finishing post. And then to gate 8 is 150 Avondale Road.
Correct.
Correct, okay, we've got it all right. But we've confused the viewers so much they'll end up in Cape Town by the time we finish.
No, but no one knows where Gate 8 is.
No, but Mitchell Crescent and Avondale Road, you
Yes.
can't miss it. The signs are all there.
Yes.
That's a wrap from all of us. Be safe, punt well. Thank you for your continued support. And for those of you that will be up in Johannesburg, we look forward to seeing you. It's going to be a fantastic week of racing and, of course, horse sales. So that's it from all of us. And we will see you, as always, at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Sunday from the number 1 box. Thank you for watching this week's episode of In the Box Seat podcast right until the very end. And we hope that you enjoyed it, because we certainly did. If you missed last week's podcast, In the Box Seat podcast with Andrew and myself, please go and watch it here. And last week's episode will be right there for you to go and enjoy and watch, as we know you will certainly enjoy In the Box Seat podcast from last week.